At the moment, I'm live on Wisdom, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit record on the StreamYard right now. 3, 2, 1. Now I'm totally just hearing the echo of your phone. Okay, all right. And once you're joined me on here on Wisdom, I'll go ahead and start on the. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Good moment. Here we go.
Oh man, I understand now.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That was what I was afraid of.
Okay. Let's figure this out. Now my headphones are at your place.
Mm-hmm.
How about now?
Yeah.
Do you hear it?
No. You turn the volume
Okay.
all the way down on that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Go. What is up, friends on Wisdom app and friends here? Hey, now we started. What is up, friends here at Wisdom and here on YouTube?
Good moment, everybody.
We
How
are
are we?
back. So good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome back to episode 8 of Shamecast, Self-Help and Managing Emotions. We're casting
Yeah.
out that shame. Mm-hmm.
Casting out that shame, everybody. Get your shame out of here. How we doing? How's your day? This is our first time that we haven't been together the full day in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So a good productive day without me near you all day.
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't want to say that you distract me or anything, or vice versa, but yeah, it was good. I mean, I just got some errands done, and it was like a regular normal Monday. Had to went to guitar lessons, then I taught a couple of vocal lessons, and caught up with my sister, and just spilt some tea, and caught up on some little shows, and feels good to be back. Everyone's been like, oh, how was it? How are you? And I'm like, I'm a changed woman, quite literally.
Mm-hmm. Very much.
Those of you that are not watching on YouTube and you're listening to us on Wisdom, I have long hair now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Me too.
You've always had long hair.
Yeah, that's correct. I've had long hair since the Clinton administration.
Man, it's a long time.
That's my joke I like to make about it.
And well, so today's episode is going to be basically a recap. We usually answer questions that come from you guys, the listeners and the viewers and the supporters that want to ask advice on mostly relationship advice. But if you have a question about a trauma and you feel vulnerable and ready and willing to share that, and you need some advice, like family trauma or anything that you want to share and get some insight on, we're here for you. We're just two regular people that love each other very much, have seen and experienced some things, and want to share the knowledge of what's helped us. And we're not licensed therapists. So I just got to say that What? Would
uh,
you? Would you?
on Dudesy, on the podcast
Uh,
Dudesy that like Renee and Dan got me into. This is kind of
yeah.
probably the reason why we say dude and brother so much from that podcast. But
Yeah.
they say we're just two dudes shitting around.
Two dudes shitting around. I mean, we're a little bit more polite than that, I
Yeah,
think.
well, yeah, in a very nicer way. That's sort of the meat and potatoes of it.
The meat and potatoes. Yeah, we had a lot of meat and potatoes on that cruise.
Also, normally, like what we do on the show, and we haven't mentioned it yet, but we have a voicemail phone number set up so that people listening to us or people watching us can call and leave a voicemail, and we'll play it on the show, and we'll talk about what you want to talk about. We'll answer any of your questions. We'll give you our advice. Like Alyssa said, we're not licensed therapists. We're not really professionals, but we are out here doing it, man. So if you want to leave us that voicemail, it could be an anonymous one if you want to. Leave us voicemail over at 856-209-4413. Okay. When you call that number, also what you'll do is you'll get to hear the cool pre-recorded message that we left, the outgoing message. And who knows? I haven't listened to it in a long time. Maybe it's way different. We were different people when we recorded that. We were because
Yeah.
we're forever changed now at this point. So
Yeah.
we
Oh my
were
God.
fully different people. We were fully different people before when we recorded that, and and perhaps if you listen to the first 7 episodes of Shamecast, it might just be other folks that you may not recognize now.
This is true.
And
Yeah. Well,
and also make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you follow the show and catch up the new updates. Pretty soon, all of our episodes are going to be up on my podcast RSS feed, so you'll be able to check out Shamecast on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts as well as on YouTube. So uh, thanks in advance for that. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for all the people who leave comments and give us some feedback. We love that. Like I constantly always say, if you're listening to it and you're liking us, let us know you exist. We like knowing you exist. We exist.
yeah, dude. And we all exist within each other. So we're just gonna dive into the spirituality, like right there
Duh.
within the first 5 minutes. Just yep, I'm you, you're me. We're all one. We're all each other. Like in different scenarios and different mirrors. So you know, it's it's a wild life. Um, Speaking of wisdom, though, for our friends here on YouTube that don't know what the Wisdom app is, it's really fun. It's all audio recorded, and you can leave a little 1 minute intro about yourself, and other listeners can follow you and listen to you and ask you questions either as themselves or anonymously as well. So those of you on Wisdom, if you want to just leave one of us a question on here and just say, "Hey, it's a Shamecast question," we'll be able to somehow plug that in here or
I'm
just
I'm
announce
sure
it here
I'm
on
sure it's
YouTube.
figure outable.
Figure outable. Um, and gosh, I lost my train of thought.
Leave us a message. Leave us a question. Leave us a
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
if you're gonna leave a comment. If you're gonna leave a comment, why not leave a message? Why not say it out loud to us? You know, because you know we want to hear from you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Also, yo, I got some good questions because it's been a while since I was on Wisdom. We were away for 2 weeks with
Mm-hmm.
barely any Wi-Fi, and it was amazing. And but one of the questions, oh man, I can't wait to answer some of them. They're so good. So shout out to the Wisdom peeps. I've got like 14 questions ready to go, so I've got some work to do and
You got
catch up on.
got them ready in the quiver.
Yeah.
And for the
Damn.
people who aren't watching the video on YouTube, I'm doing bow and arrow motions.
Because you're a Sagittarius.
Yes, that's the only
no,
reason. That's the only reason why. No other reason.
no. I know, I know. I was just pointing it out that
Um,
that was funny.
and the people who've never seen me before, I also have a horse body and a man's torso. My what are those called? Centaurs?
Yeah, they're centaurs. I mean, You
That's
are a
me.
stallion in your own right. You have long hair. You've got cool legs.
Cool
You might
legs.
as well. You're broad. I can keep going, but I'll stop.
Yeah.
um. So I don't know. Let's get into it. What are some highlights? What is like? What are some of the favorite things that you enjoyed about our awesome cruise?
Well, I I feel like I said it a bunch that doing that without you wouldn't have been as great as it was. So getting that quality closeness with you was one of the major highlights. One of the major parts. Of like, oh, okay, like I'm getting to watch you find kind of how great things can be, and kind of like watched you understand that leveling up is so much more possible than you would have even imagined because you haven't had it there in front of you. You haven't had it in front of your face like that. And the last time you experienced paradise, I wasn't with you. So
Yeah.
now we got to experience that paradise together. That was
Yeah.
kind of the major. I mean, sure, uh, jet skiing was cool and stuff, but that's second coolest to getting to experience all that stuff with you.
Man,
Jet skis, dude.
jet skis, dude. Jet skis, bro. That was so fun. I can't believe I was like, yep, gonna do it. Ching, added to cart. I was like, all right, I guess we're gonna go jet skiing and scuba diving, like it's snorkeling, like it's nobody's business, and
well,
and tequila tasting.
well, I didn't really do the snorkeling for more than I called it drinking salt water for 4 minutes and then getting out of the water.
Yeah, yeah, I felt bad. He was like, no, not for me. I'm done now. I'm good. You enjoy, baby. I was
That's
like,
new. That's a no for me, dog. Go ahead.
I felt so bad. I was like, okay, well, I mean, I'm shocked that I survived and I did well my first time on the jet skis.
Mm.
Um, did you see me trying to pull myself up though?
Yeah, that was comedy,
That
but
was
it
hilarious.
it was less comedy than watching the folks who definitely couldn't get up there.
Yeah, I felt
That
so bad.
it was like I was hearing the Benny Hill theme song in the background to watching those people keep trying to climb up. And then the guy comes over and he's like trying to pull her up, and she couldn't do it. She's like, "Forget it, I'm done." And they're like, "Keep trying," and everyone's like, "Go ahead, I believe in you, girl. Go
Yeah,
ahead."
yeah,
And
yeah.
and
Like
the girl was
the
like,
other the
the
one
girl's like,
lady. She
all right, I'll try. And then she's like pulling up a little bit, and she's like, nah, I can't do it. She's trying while screaming, nah, I can't do it. Nah, you guys go ahead. And
yeah,
still
like
trying. She had made up her
oh man.
mind that she wasn't going to do it.
Yeah, she was like, nope, I'm good. I mean, there's just mm.
I I feel like I was that lady when I pieced out on the snorkeling.
Yeah. You're like, nope, not equipped. I'm out of here. um,
I'm not a strong enough swimmer with a strong enough attention span to focus on breathing, uh, breathing, kicking, and seeing all this
and
stuff.
looking, yeah.
Yeah, nah, just uh, I'm fully okay with that. I just had the funnest part of the trip, as far
Mm,
as like as far as just like
the
going as
excursion.
fast as I can go, the fastest I can go on the thing. I maybe went slow like once, like I had the thing fully pulled down most of the time and going as fast as the jet skis could go. I
Nope,
was like,
nope, not for me.
I was like, well, we did say adventure awaits. Adventures
We
wait.
did, we
That was
did.
adventure. Yeah.
Well, so I remember when I when I finally pulled myself up, I was like, oh my god, come on, arm strength. And I finally got up and I'm like lifting my leg over. I'm like, come on, you got this. And I'm like holding on, and then I finally get up, and the instructor, we're going, and I'm like trying to rev, and it's not going any faster. And I was like, are you kidding me? So he's like floating by me, and I was like, hey, I want to go faster. And he was like, is this your first time? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, all right. And he's like, let's switch. And he switched his I almost said his bike. He switched his jet ski with me. So
Mhm.
I get on his, and he's like, all right, and I got to go faster. But it was really funny because I felt like every time I was just hitting the adrenaline of it all, I'm like, oh, I'm going really fast, and then like I would go for like 5 seconds, and then I'm like, okay, you're going for broke now, you're going for
slow,
broke.
slow it down. I'm scared now. I'm
I'm
scared.
scared now, no. It was like I was like giving myself like little jump scares, like no, don't go too fast. And
I,
I felt myself like going like this on the waves,
yeah,
like hopping,
yeah, yeah,
like a rock, like you skid the rocks on
yeah.
the.
Every time that would happen, I would stand up. I'd stand
Nope,
up and be like, woo! I
nope.
definitely woohooed like 14 times.
Oh yeah, no. I did the Xena call a couple of times. That was fun. I was
Yeah.
warrior goddess a few moments, but then other moments I was like, no, slow down. And then my brain was like, you're gonna crash. You're gonna fall. I'm like, don't shut up. Like I had to like get out of my head. I was like, stop it, ride the wave, damn it. Like I think that was good for me. I think that might help me with like future things, like how I've talked about. I had a similar pattern in my life where
Mhm.
I would second guess at like the most important moments of my life, i.e., shows and things, and uh, and then I would pull back because I would second guess and I didn't trust my gut. And I'm like, well, if you're brave enough to go full force on waves and guide yourself through that, you can guess through anything, can't you? Like,
Well, I think sometimes we don't look at fear as only an obstacle. We look at fear as a block, like a full block. An
mhm.
obstacle we can an obstacle we can get over or we can get around, but sometimes it's like, okay, I'm afraid. I'm a scared. I don't know why I almost said I'm a scared. I'm a scared,
I'm
and
scared. We
I'm
were
a
by the
scared.
Texans.
I'm a scared, and I'm gonna not do it.
We were near the Houston people like for 2 weeks, so we got like some weird twang happening. Like we're just used to hearing them. Um, but that's so cool that you said obstacles just now because I watched my horoscope today, like from this chick. Her name's Allie. Allie's Tarot. For those of you that are into that, and you probably know who she is because she's big. But she said for the month of November, uh, or for this week actually, the title was obstacles get out of my way or something like that. But it was funny because she was talking very much about like what's happening and things that are like being let go and like moving forward in a career and like letting go of certain parts of the career that are going to a bigger thing of an up level. And I was like, okay. So that was fun to watch. But anyway, I'm just connecting that you said obstacle
Yeah.
and I saw that word today. Um, moving on. Um, what else did you enjoy?
uh, it's a weird thing because I mean I've this is my fourth cruise that I've been on, and I think that and this goes probably back to the first part I said was the kind of the gratitude checkpoints that I got to share with you. That was back to sharing the experience mostly with you, but a lot of the times was like we're just like, yeah, we're here, we're doing it. All the very special parts we got to kind of have little gratitude checkpoints with each other. And oh my god, what happened? My computer
Oh,
just
where'd
turned
you
off.
go? Oh, yeah, you froze on
Oh
the.
shit!
Yeah, I still hear you here though, but you froze on the YouTube.
What's that?
I said we're still here on Wisdom, but you're
Yeah,
frozen on YouTube.
my computer and my everything just turned itself off.
Oh no.
Uh, all right. Well, I'm I'm pretty angry right now.
Feel it, man. It's okay. We're still here. What's up, 16 people
Yeah, I have no
listening
idea
live?
why that happened. There's like
Dude,
no warning or anything. It just turned itself. It just all just turned off.
man. Oh, well, let's see if I can end it over here.
I guess my computer is hot. I guess it overheated.
Oh man, that's a bummer. Um,
All right. Well, um, so scratch the YouTube stuff because my computer needs to not be on because it's hot as shit. My computer
damn, but
completely is net. That was the first time that's ever happened. Damn it. Oh God.
well, it's all right. So we're still here.
Yeah, yeah. All right. I'm gonna walk away, and it will make sure to ensure I don't I don't boil over this. Oh, hang on. All right. So we were just we were just kind of saying about needing a new computer, and then there's the good reason for it right there.
There it is. There it is. You know, that's something else that I noticed. Like sidebar. Um, even last night. Remember you put on your lime green shorts, and you were like, "Look at this mint chocolate chip,"
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh, that's funny." And then we were eating chocolate chip, and then you got some on your pants, and you're like, "Oh, now it looks like I got chocolate chip on me." Blah blah blah. And I was like, "Oh yeah, like I thought about that when you said that your shorts were mint chocolate chip, and you're like, why'd you do that to me?" And I was like, I didn't mean it, but like things have just been weirdly, magically like happening a lot, especially this past month. Like
A bunch
I
of
don't,
coincident incidents.
see,
Coincidence incidents.
coincidentals. Yeah, it's been it's been really strange. Um, in a cool way though. You know, if
Yeah.
anything, I've noticed a lot of checkpoints.
Yes. Yes, indeed. I
Um,
have. Oh, here's what I'm looking for. Okay. Don't mind me. I'm I'm not really looking at or paying attention to wisdom as far as looking at the app and seeing what's going on in it, but I'm just grabbing stuff from the other room to go back into the office with.
oh, cool beans.
Cool beans. Let's see if these methods are working too. I have a. Oh boy.
What you doing?
Um. Well, at the moment, I'm gonna try to see. God. Okay. I'm gonna try to get on here to where I can. Oh God. All right. I gotta just stop messing with it because
Yeah,
it's.
don't. It would, wouldn't it? It would probably just be easier to put this on your YouTube, and
Yeah. Yeah.
like we did
Like I
last
did with
time.
the other one, but
Yeah.
it was just kind of a pain in the butt to do it the last time because I had to take all these other extra steps with screen recording and junk. But I'll do it again if need be.
hmm Um.
The technology has been my not my friend today. So I gotta like I kind of gotta like listen to that.
Mm, that's true. Well, I know Jupiter has been in retrograde, so like I don't know what else I don't know how it involves tech stuff, but um, I mean, yeah, definitely pay attention to that. It could be, you know, like you need a restart, you need a reboot.
Yeah. Well, can't say I need a vacation because I just got back from.
Yeah, so you got like a cleanse, you got cleared, and now you're back there, and I'm sure there's things that you're like, well, need to take care of this, that, and the other thing,
Yeah.
So that's probably just one of the things that's like, hey, me too.
Hmm.
What up, 20 people? Welcome. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for being here. If you're just joining us, we're Shamecast, Alyssa and Corey Castle, and what we're doing is we're doing a show called Shamecast. It's self help and managing emotions. And man, I'm having a hard time managing my emotions right now. I'm fuming. I'm like really upset right now, and I gotta chill. So I'm gonna let you talk for just a
Yeah,
second.
no, take some deep breaths, and yeah, I'll share my highlights. You're doing great. For being live and handling what you're feeling right now. So I just want to acknowledge that.
You want to acknowledge what?
Acknowledge that you're doing a good job right now.
Thank you, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Um, so highlights for me. I mean, echoing what you said about experiencing that with someone, because the last time I went on a trip with someone, um, it wasn't it wasn't great. I mean, it was all right, but you know, everything about it was just flip flopped, and I didn't. Ooh, I didn't feel cherished. I didn't feel appreciated. Um, you know, it got thrown up in my face. I kind of was made to feel like it was a chore or an obligation to go with me on a trip.
Oh,
Um, and you know, and at that time, I paid for the whole thing, and when I wanted some help, because I own my place too,
yeah.
the person was kind of just like, well, I didn't really want to go anyway, so you made that bed. I was like, wow, okay, but you still came with me and reaped all the benefits. And so it's a completely different feeling this time around. It's I feel every day. It wasn't just at the trip, but the appreciation, the love. um I think one of my favorite highlights has been you going down and grabbing breakfast, and you wanted me to come out on the deck and look at the sunrise and the ocean and have breakfast together. And you were like, "Oh, I was thinking of you while this song was playing when I was working out," and you played Chris Cornell's version of "Thank You" from Led Zeppelin,
Yeah.
and it was just so beautiful, and I just like teared up and started crying.
Well, I
And
mean, if anyone wants to listen to that song, it's on his live album called Songbook, and it's one of my favorite albums. Like the reason I was listening to it because we didn't have any Wi-Fi or anything, and that's the only album I have on my phone that I can listen to every single day and still enjoy it every day because Chris Cornell is like one of my favorite vocalists, one of my favorite male vocalists that exist.
hmm
Yes,
I concur.
yeah.
But yeah, it was so beautiful. And then like just oh wow, doing Elegant Night with you, like major like it was like practice runs for the red carpet. Like that's what it felt like to me. And I'm just over the moon that like
Yeah,
you
I
wanted
guess.
to
Yeah, I didn't think of it that way.
mm, yeah, like and I was so happy that you wanted to participate in taking professional photos with me.
Hmm.
And
Well, that was something I think also. I mean, but previous to us going, that was something that you had uh, verbalized the importance of that to me,
mhm.
and I sometimes when people when people say things to me, I listen.
This is good. You're
Not
a
all
good
the time.
listener.
Not all the time. I have a hard time with paying attention a lot, but when it came to that, I listened.
I appreciate you. You're a great listener for the most
Thank
part.
you, my love.
hmm Um, and you know what? A lot of people love it. Like I don't know if you. Well, I mean, like I think we're at like 140 people are like flipping out at like how good the photos look.
No, I haven't been. Um, I haven't really checked back on any of that at all.
Yeah,
And I
and
think
you know,
what was like something that I something I like made some agreement with myself was to like not really go on Facebook as much anymore, and
hmm
have been trying to avoid it as much as possible. No, like no, like no, like hard stance on it. It's just I just want to kind of I don't want to like live according to it, you know.
oh no, but I mean, it's still nice to share.
I'm getting crap out of my dryer. Getting crap out of my dryer. My roommate is. I'm saying this for other people because I know you know already. My roommate is COVID positive for COVID today, and he's he's a sick boy.
hmm
But he just kind of passed me, not passed me in the hallway, but he was coming out of his room while I was going into mine.
mm
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll be staying far away. I'll
Be staying far away from my
be.
house.
Mm-hmm.
But you see, you know what I meant to tell you.
Hmm.
The I found two of your bracelets here, and I found a pair of your earrings in my bag.
Noise.
Nice. Were you missing one of these bracelets? Were you not able to
Yeah,
find it?
yeah. I wasn't.
It's
I
like
hope it's the ones that I was looking for.
they're like black beads.
Oh, with the little rainbow, the seven chakras.
Yes,
Fuck yeah.
yes.
Okay.
I found that.
Aw, cool.
I
I'm
found that
glad you
today.
found them.
Yeah, I know
Sweet.
that you were. I know I heard you say that you were bummed that you couldn't find it, but I thought maybe you had found it. But I'm glad that maybe I was the one who discovered its location.
Yeah, that's you. You're good at that. You're good at rekindling awesome feelings and finding things that maybe I misplaced. Um, what else is a highlight? I mean, every day was just something different, and like this whole experience really like opened up my eyes. Like I didn't like. I mean, I know like ships and cruisers exist. I just didn't know what it was. For those of you just tuning in, sup, welcome. We're recapping our first amazing like glamorous trip together, and I couldn't feel more blessed and grateful and enthusiastic that we just did this awesome thing, and it really inspired me to maybe want to take myself further in my own personal entertainment career, and just kind of see the world through different eyes. I think I already do in a weird way. Like coming back home, I just kind of feel different.
Yeah. How
Like,
so? What feels different?
cause like we were like last year when I went away, I was I was in a resort. Like I wasn't allowed to leave. There wasn't like excursions or getting to know like the culture so much. Like you were in a, you know, you had to stay there. It was dangerous. Like if you were to leave. And I
Right.
get that. But like this time it was like, oh yeah, like we'll take you through the city, we'll do this, we'll do that, you meet like the locals and you kind of like understand a little bit more about other countries and how they work and it's really great, and now I understand when people say go travel. It'll change your life or it'll change your mindset because it's important, instead of being in the same place and like not expanding your mind or your environment.
Yeah.
And that's kind of been my theme. I've always been expanding. I wanted to expand outside of my toxic family household. I wanted to expand out of where I grew up. I wanted to expand where my career goes in my way on my terms.
Yeah.
But I would do it.
I mean, you really made some impressions on some folks there. Like it seemed like everybody was like every time anybody would stop and speak with you or something, they were all lit up. It seemed like you lit up everybody who had any kind of interaction with you.
Aw.
And I was there's another part of my enjoyment in getting to share this experience with you was getting to see everybody be lit up by your presence.
That's really cool.
And everybody was so happy to see you. Everybody was
Yeah.
like, "Hey, you're pretty. Hey, you're nice. Hey, your voice is awesome."
Dude, can we talk about shout out to Mark Anthony, um, from Carnival Dream Cruise Line, the cruise director. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. First of all, that's such a fun job. Like, and he was so good at doing his job. And he just made it so
Yeah.
fun and welcoming. And it was just so cool that at the end of it all, like, because for a while my imposter syndrome was coming in a little bit, because every time I talked to him I felt like I was talking to a celebrity, so I was getting like excited and I'm like, oh my god, hi, like, and I just want to be like, around like him and the cast members, like I wanted to be a part of them. And a part of me, like my inner
Yeah,
critic was
you
like, oh,
you
you're being annoying.
in wrestling terms, in pro wrestling terms, you said it like, "Am I marking out too much?"
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I definitely asked that. I was like, "Am I marking
I
too
was like,
much?" Like,
"Nah, not really. I mean, you kind of are marking out, but like in like the normal way."
yeah, and I felt
Yeah,
like
I
that
like it
that voice.
because it's it's like it's empowering. You're not just going like, "Hey, you're cool and I like you and I have nothing else to add or contribute to this praise I'm giving you." You were really like you were kind of like, "Hey, I want to I want to be something like that."
Yeah, and
Just
I and that voice in my head kind of got silenced like the last day when he left us a handwritten note and some cookies and sweets, like special Johns, like not from the buffet, like
oh
like it was like really nice little desserts, you know.
yeah, like really, I think you were a lot of people's highlights of that trip. Not just mine, but I think you were a lot of people's highlights on that trip. A lot of people were like really pleased to have met you,
Aw.
and I'm glad that not only do I know you, but you're my best friend. and I get to share all this life stuff with you.
That's so cool.
It's pretty
Your
rad.
mind is pretty rad. Um, let's talk about the places we went to.
So I'm folding laundry while I'm talking.
Oh my
What's
god.
that?
Well, you're multitasking. It's fine.
Yes.
It's all right. Let's name them. We've been to Aruba.
I'm so in the middle of multitasking.
Uh huh. Do you want to go next? No. Okay.
Wait,
We've
wait.
been to.
Did you take that paper that you were saying something about a scrapbooking or something with the paper? That little postcard thing?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Because that gave us like all the ports on it, so we could kind of rattle them off from that. You took that?
Yeah.
Is that with you right now?
I think so, but I don't know where it is right now. Um.
Okay.
All right. So I already said Aruba. Do you want to say one?
Well, what? Um, I think the first port was one of the favorites, and that was Montego Bay, Jamaica.
Yeah.
That was one of the favorites, one of the favorite beaches, and it was the kind of it was just it was very chill city.
Yeah. They
We were just mad chilled,
mad chilled. I
mad
think the
chilled.
listeners can understand why. They go, we know why you were mad chilled, man. um. Oh my god! The beach was gorgeous, and the water was blue. Yo, we saw. What did we see? We saw. Didn't we see little fish, like a school of fish, go by too, like right near us?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What are you doing right now?
Yeah. Skew. Folding clothes.
Do you have headphones on?
Do I what?
Have headphones on?
No, I don't. I don't have any headphones on, but I
Okay.
can take a break from doing that if if it's uh, distracting. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I took a break.
Mm-hmm. What up, 29 people? I'm just gonna keep counting.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool that so thing I constantly say with a lot of things I do is I talk about the currency of effort, the currency of attention, and how cool it is that um, people will tune in to hear our voices. And, I mean, it was cool because like I think like the last one we did, you were like, oh wow, people are really caring and people are listening and checking it out. It's it's really cool, and it makes the the chances of somebody like actually hitting a subscribe button or a follow button or like way to kind of get invested in the journey that we're kind of going through together, and
Yeah, dude.
separately too, not just together, but our journeys outside of that. Like your music career is something people should be really investing their time and effort into finding out what it is, because it's going there regardless of whether or not they do. And it would bode well for them to jump aboard now.
Oh, I appreciate you, babe.
Oh, thank you.
Um, yeah, dude. Oh man, what's up, 33? But
And
well,
also
you
my
know,
wrestling career, folks.
yeah, man. Well, you know what else is cool? You said the journey that we're on. The cruise, the type of cruise we were on was a journeys cruise. Think about that.
What were you talking about? Because it said Journey on the banners in the main
Yeah,
room.
it was their Journey cruise on Carnival Dream. So living the dream on a journey, and we're in a journey together within the journey.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Uh, this is our grassroots movement kind of thing. Like,
Yes, the foundation.
yes, the foundation, the big green Lego blocks.
Hmm. Yes. Yes. Wow. Way to go back. That's a good callback. Didn't we talk about that? The
Yeah,
last wisdom? Holy
yeah.
cow.
I don't know if
Thank
that
you.
was the last episode, but we did talk about it. The last wisdom that we did. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's a good call. It's 2 weeks ago callback. Like, um, what else? You know what? I think it was really nice to be with your family most of the time, you know?
Yeah, I think you earn mad points with them too. Like,
You
uh,
do?
it seems very much like it. It seems very much like you earn some mage points.
Mm, mm, what made you say that?
Well, I mean, because like they, I think one of the major parts that was probably pretty noticeable was how glad I was to be sharing the experience with you,
Mm,
and uh, I'm sure seeing me enjoying myself with you was something my family was excited to see.
mm. That warms my heart,
Yeah.
dude. I
What?
said that warms my heart.
Big old heartwarming stuff.
Well, yeah, cool. I mean, and it was cool to kind of get to know them a little bit more. Your brother's funny, and
Mm-hmm.
and I like, everyone was just pretty. It was pretty chill, you know. I mean, aside from the travel
Mm-hmm.
days were frustrating, but that's always gonna
Yeah.
be a thing. Um,
Yeah.
but
Travel days being frustrating. I think that the more and more we like, and I think it probably can be more frustrating for people who don't have to like gig it up as much as we do. Like we're kind of like more used to it than most people because like we have to travel for our professions,
right,
and like to us it's more like, okay, yeah, well, we've been here, we've done this dance, we get that, like we've got to be at this place at this time and get from here to here in order to
right,
get to
right.
that. But so, like, let's say for example, like my brother would allow himself to get more flustered, or my mom would allow herself to get more flustered over like the like small particulars.
Hmm. Yeah, and
Like,
even I feel like. Oh, go ahead.
oh, I was gonna say like suitcases falling over. It's a real pain in the ass.
That was kind of funny. He definitely turned into a turtle. I was like, is he okay? Oh my god. Um, well, and those days were cool too because it was like a test, like for our emotions too,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah,
And it's all.
because we haven't done any like major traveling like that together. I mean, except for like a week before we went to Atlantic City for the weekend or something.
Mhm.
Are you okay?
Oh yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on. Hold that thought. Don't talk. Sorry about that, guys.
Were you trying to connect your Bluetooth or something?
I turned on your the little space heater that you gave me, and it connected to my
Ooh.
phone. And I was like, "Whoops! I'm not
Does
trying
that
to have."
change? Does it like? Does it feel like a level up?
Oh wow, yeah. This was one of the first level ups you gave me.
No, I was talking about leveling up the wisdom experience right now.
Oh, true. Well, yeah, but I wasn't sure how the feedback would be for everyone, so I didn't want to keep you on the speaker. Plus, my sister is downstairs watching TV, so I don't want to disturb that.
Oh, look at you being all kinds of courteous.
And I try, but
So
yeah.
back to the traveling part,
Hmm.
if we can.
Hmm.
What was that like for you from your perspective? Because I'd be curious to hear about that.
Traveling with you,
Yeah,
like the traveling days, or just traveling in general with you?
the, I guess more specifically the traveling days.
Well, the first day was great because everything was synced up, like the timing of everything. So it felt like
Yeah,
just straight on through, and straight on through till morning.
yeah,
And
yeah. Second star to the left,
right.
second star to the right.
Uh
Sure.
huh.
Yeah,
Uh,
sometimes we get lost.
true, true. Um, and so that was cool, and just like that's why I was. It just felt like an amazing story. Like, I mean, we already have a cool story, but like it was like the next chapter. So like that's why I was so excited, guys. I like tried to document like him seeing my hair, um, and uh, and just me like get it like okay, here we are, like we're at the airport. Okay, here we are. We're at like I was just like semi documenting. Um, didn't do video every single time for just like capturing little moments on photo and
Mm.
whatnot, just so I can look back and like see how cool it was. And going back to like the Facebook and stuff, like a lot of people really enjoy like just watching us thrive together. And I don't know if anyone has told you specifically yet, but people that have known me and known my story and known what I have gone through personally love this just as much or even more, because they're like, "Oh my god, I love that for you. Like finally, like I'm so happy for you." And it's genuine.
Well, I think a lot of people have seen the troubles you've had to go through and the struggles, and really see that you're deserving of the joy that you're having.
Hmm.
And it's so funny, man. Like uh, the the Netflix show, um, the still like every once in a while you'll get a you'll get a little taste of some gross troll from the show trying to creep up. But I'm like, dude, how many people did you say were commenting really nice things and saying really nice things and like loving this for you and all that stuff? There's
Hmm.
such an abundance of that,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
such a
yeah. And I
small
mean,
small number of these people who are like trying to steal your good time from you.
yeah, yeah. And I mean, it doesn't affect me as much as it used to. Like, I'll probably just get a little miffed for maybe 5 minutes versus like an hour. Like,
Yeah,
of
yeah. I think the more and more time goes by too, like it's gonna, it'll happen way less often.
yeah, yeah.
Where
It's just well that, and I try to remember what you tell me, which is consider the source, and like
Mhm.
I'm not gonna let like some bot that doesn't have any followers and and posts and whatnot and like not even a picture, try to bully
Right.
me through a screen.
Right.
It's kind of like, well, I've done all these things. What do you got? Like, you don't even have a face for all we know. You don't even exist. Like,
Right.
um, go do something. Go change the world or something. Like, um, and
It's
or
like,
what did I think of today? I thought he without sin may cast the first stone. So not nobody can really do that. So cut it out. Like, um,
well, I think
but
the one thing is like people who live in glass houses shouldn't walk around naked. Is that how that goes?
I don't know, dude.
I was just making that up.
I mean, I would walk around naked.
Yeah, you would.
Nature, bruh.
Nature, dude.
It's nature, dude. It's nature, bro. Or it's nature, bro. It's nature, dude. Everyone's loved it since it debuted.
Perfect.
Oh my god. Words from an
So,
Aquarius. Yeah, I'll walk around naked.
yeah, what the heck? Why not?
I don't know. What else was? Oh, well, that was fun. You want to share? Is that too much to share? Well, on the balcony.
I mean, nothing too crazy happened,
Oh yeah, no, we
but
didn't do anything. But it
we
was
we had our own private balcony off our room, so we went out there. We went out there in our bare skin,
it was pretty
just
cool. I mean,
you know, like anybody else would.
yeah. Well, it
You
was only
you
like what,
do it
2 o'clock.
too, listener.
You would do it too, dude. Well, it was also like what, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it was late.
Like, we weren't scaring anybody. Like, um,
hmm
and the food. Can we talk about the food?
We must.
Food was unbelievable. Like, I ate everything and didn't care. Well, I ate what I could because there were, like dairy and stuff kind of sucks for my stomach. But
Yeah, you
the
got to put them restrictions on
the 24
consuming every
hour,
single thing there is.
the 24-hour pizza and ice cream machine.
Lots of pizza, pizza out.
Lots of pizza. Pizzaed out. You're pizzaed out for the rest of the year, I think.
Perhaps, yeah. I don't know if I don't know if I really want any more pizza for a little bit.
I
But
don't
I mean,
know.
there's not much time left in the year anyway.
Yeah, it's probably because I'm Italian or something. But like, I'm not sick of pizza. Like, if you offer me pizza right now, I'll say sure.
I might be able to eat pizza now that we're back. But pizza at home is a lot different than pizza there.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The pizza. Yeah, I mean, I think there, like the first week, I was like, oh, I'm adventurous. Let's have prosciutto and this and that. And then like by the second week, I was like, let's just keep it to margarita. Back to the OG. Um,
Yeah, talk about your day drinking.
my daydreaming.
Like I know you the one day you were like, it's 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm drunk already.
Oh, day drinking. I thought you said daydreaming. Um,
No, yeah, I was
I
talking
mean,
about drinking. Sorry,
oh yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
hear me.
That was great. It's been a while. Well, I think it was our last day, so I was just trying to get in the experience, last minute experiences, and so I woke up super early and I watched the sunrise, and it was beautiful, and I had a little mandala that I got from one of the crew members. They were giving out like color pencils and mandalas, and I had one with a guitar on it, and I spent some of the week, like coloring it every so often when I would wake up and I wanted to finish it that day. So I had my coffee and I'm sitting by by the edge and I'm looking at the sun and it just felt so peaceful and calming. Like I didn't get a chance to meditate all week or to both 2 weeks, but that was meditation for me in itself.
Hmm.
And it was just so good. Like I was just letting my inner child thrive. And then like a server walked by and she's like, drinks, drinks, anyone drinks? And I was like, wait, yo, psst. Like, and I was like, I'll do it, I'm gonna do it. And she was like, okay. And I was like, mimosa. And like, I think I had two mimosas. And because I didn't have anything to eat yet, I was already like done. I was like, well, this is living. And
Yeah.
it felt so good. Um,
I, like another cool thing I bring up to you like pretty often, and you know, it's gonna sound like I'm a broken record, constantly repeating it, but I get so much joy out of seeing your joy. Uh, so watching you, you know, watching you smile and glow over like the the great kinds of experiences that we could share there on the trip, and the joy the joy that comes from getting compliments from people, which happens a lot when you're around. People are just throwing compliments at you, like left and right.
mm,
It almost makes it impossible to register any of the troll bot criticism when there's nothing but compliments constantly being thrown in your direction, because you're just a like a beacon of light.
man, again, I appreciate
Just a
you.
beacon of
It's
light,
like,
dude.
beacon of light, dude. Beacon of light, bruh. What up, 45 peeps? Well, that's so cool that you say that. And I mean, you're a light too, like, because mirrors, um,
Because of
and
mirrors.
because of mirrors and stuff. And I'm you and you are me. And,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm pretty sure we were the highlight, especially on Halloween. Everybody was like, oh my god, there's Aquaman and his mermaid.
Yeah. That's something that there's a lot of people like came and got pictures taken with us and stuff.
That was so cool. And like people are gonna remember that, like, forever.
Yeah.
Like people I had like my hair up and stuff. I didn't have makeup on one day and they're like, hey, you were the mermaid. I'm like, oh, damn. I looked like a whole alien that day. You remember me? Like,
Yeah, you worked so hard on that makeup, and a lot of people had appreciation for how hard you worked on that. I think, uh, and it was funny because you were like, "Oh, people even recognize me without all that makeup on." I'm like, "Yeah, but because there's a glow beyond the makeup,
hmm,
you know,
you know?
you know, and also,
Uh,
and also the, you know, the context of seeing you with me also probably." Because I didn't really have any makeup or anything on. I don't have to do much for my costume.
right. Everybody knew that you were Aquaman, like, in or out of costume.
Yeah, it was kind of an underhanded lob,
Hmm.
underhand lob softball.
Softball. Yeah, dude. Um, what else? I really enjoyed how much you loved dancing with me at random times. That meant a lot to me.
Well, I mean, I tried to get out of it a few times, and then and then and then and then it was just um, I, I don't I I I would rather see you excited than disappointed.
Hmm.
So therefore, I went for the thing that would make you excited.
Oh. Well, I mean, and did you eventually like enjoy it though? Like, I hope you weren't doing anything like
I
that you
mean,
didn't truly want to do.
I don't overly enjoy dancing, but I don't hate it. It's just
Mm.
like it's not really a thing I ever cared to do.
Mm. Well, you singing Alicia Keys with me at the silent disco was pretty fantastic.
Yeah, but I was making a point to make sure no words were actually coming out of my mouth. It was just me mouthing the words to the song.
No, no, we were singing along a little bit, and it was great, and and you were so into it, and it's something that like no one will ever see, but I'll always remember it.
Yeah,
Um, it just felt like
one of
like
them core memories that just will stay singed in there.
yeah, it was
Cool,
pretty rad, and like
cool.
the moon was shining over us. Yeah, what up, 50 people?
Yeah, the moon was so beautiful over the water,
Hmm.
and I'm super glad that we got to like kind of appreciate that every time we saw it. Like, oh, look what we're getting to do. Look what we're getting to experience.
Yeah,
Freaking awesome.
yeah, man. It was like I just kind of look around at everything differently. Like, wow, you can, you know, like the I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I guess in a short sense, I feel like I see things in a bigger picture, which is great. Like, I feel like I have more options and more
Life
ways to
giving water.
life giving water. Um, just more opportunity and more possibilities.
Mhm. And it's still, I mean, I know I said it a billion times, but still just the start, man. We still got so much more adventures to have.
More adventuring. I know we're talking about
Yes.
Valentine's Day,
Yes.
right?
Are we?
Well, you were talking about
Is
the
that
Dove
what we
Inn.
were planning on? Uh huh. Yeah. Yeah. That's for Valentine's Day. We're thinking.
Yeah. Well, I mean, unless you are thinking of a different time, but we were looking the other night.
Yeah, I didn't realize that that was the timeline or anything. That that's that's acceptable. It was just something
Yeah.
I did not know that you were picturing a timeline in your head like for February. But that makes sense. That makes
No,
total sense.
I literally showed you the other night when I was with you, and I said, "Well, if
Hmm.
I click on this date, it's still the same price." Remember?
Yeah, but I guess I
You
wasn't
weren't thinking of this Valentine's Day, you're saying?
right. No, I did that part didn't even enter into my thinking.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's there when it's there.
There it is.
What?
Now it's on the record.
It's there when it's there.
Now it's there, dude.
It's on the record. About whenever it is, it is.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I
So,
mean, depending
just
on
for
how.
I guess for the folks who are who aren't who haven't been with us the whole time that we've been chatting on here, I want to
Yeah.
just remind everybody who's listening to check out Shamecast on YouTube, as well as all of the episodes we've done. This will be our 8th episode. They'll all be on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and stuff. This week, at some point, you'll be able to check out all the archived episodes and kind of kind of understand our callbacks. Some some of our
Yeah.
callbacks. Yeah, but it'll be kind of similar to how Pete Holmes does it with the you made it weird and then the we made it weirds.
Hmm.
So I'll start putting up the Shamecast as a companion to Evolving with Corey Castle, which you can also find on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It's my podcast, and
Yeah, dude. That's how we
this
met.
yeah, that's our origin. That's our origin story. It's almost like it's almost like trying to tell anybody about that. Like my aunt Deb was asking how we met when we were on the trip because she was with us, and I told her like, well, our psychic friend hooked us up by having her come on my podcast. And it almost seems like a underhand lob softball pitch as well.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, that yeah. It's magic, man. She's we talk about her every time. I texted her earlier today too. Um,
Good.
but yeah, we were talking a little bit. Um, yeah, it's just wild. It's wild how she knew both of us separately for a while, and then just kind of knew when the time was right to be like, okay, they're ready to meet now.
Well, I think a little bit too when it comes to talking about those people who are trying to cheer you on, who have witnessed you go through some of the struggles that you've gone through and some of the heartbreak and the emotional roller coaster, who are just like psyched to be able to watch you grow,
Hmm.
watching your personal growth.
Oh,
Get them
1,000%.
gains.
Get them gains.
Get them gains, bro. Speaking of that, um, I, I kind of want to get out of here uh,
All
in
right,
just a couple minutes to go hit the gym myself to get them gains.
get them
But
gains.
I'm I'm super excited that be we get to be each other's part or get to be each other's tag team partners in this cool ride of life. Digging it, brother.
Taking a brother. Same
And
here. Mhm.
we'll be back with and one more thing talking to the people who maybe haven't been with us the entire time. We have a voicemail set up. I you can call and leave us voicemails or leave us voice messages here on the Wisdom app for those listening on the Wisdom app. And leave us voice messages. We'll play them on the shows. We can try to get the imported audio.
Mhm.
The normal way that we create or the way that we are recording Shamecast normally isn't on the Wisdom app, but the past 2 episodes we've done them on Wisdom, and we're super grateful to people who are, kind of jumping on the train with us. We dig it. We like we like having you as passengers.
Yeah, thanks for being here. And if you need advice or anything, ask away. And if you need help with healing and managing your emotions, that is what Shame Cast is. So self help and managing emotions, and we're casting out the shame. So we're happy that you guys have been here with us. Thank you for listening. If you listened the whole way and kind of heard some highlights of our first of many amazing trips together, and I just want to
And
say on the
this
record.
for sure isn't going to be the last that we're talking about it on the air. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll probably.
This is just the first we're talking about it, and this is just the start, just the beginning. And, stay tuned.
Stay
Follow
tuned.
us
And
both and tune in next time.
next time. And for the record, I love you.
Oh, I love you. I'm glad that that's on the record.
Mm-hmm.
I love you as well. So much love. I
Mm-hmm.
adore the heck out of you.
So cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, you have a great
Okay.
time at the gym, and we'll see you guys next time.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Be fun. Have safe. Bye.
Okay, bye. Bye.
You want to say bye?
Oh yeah. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. And